Faith, hope, and love, the greatest of these is love. I've learned in the past 3 years, once I was able to burn out the impurities in my heart. You know, we all walk a different walk, okay? And the interesting thing is, your bank account really has nothing to do with it. Where you live really has nothing to do with it. It's what you do with where you are, okay? And I'm sure my walk is so much different from yours. I could tell you right now, I'm a Silver Spoon kid. I didn't have a choice. I was going to college. My parents are still married after 52 years. I got a brother and sister that are contributing to society. I've been blessed with a family. But I had a lot of scars, man. And a lot of it came from where I was brought up. Because one of the things that my family wasn't educated on was the power of Jesus and his love. We went to church, we did all that stuff, but we never activated the force of love. And all of us, a guy told me one time, and it was the best message I'd ever heard. He's an 83-year-old man, old guy, in his later days, and he said, "Steve, I finally found out who I was once I unwound everything I learned." Finally found out who I was once I unwound everything I learned. I was a 45-year-old man with 2 boys in a household. I want to lead them well. What I had to do was burn out the impurities of what I learned. Perfectionism, fear, anger, negativity. All of those things that go on the bottom of the spectrum from the fruits of the Spirit: love, patience, kindness, gentleness. And it was a rough experience for me. I had to burn out those impurities, and I never realized the pain that was inflicted through the experiences that I had. God made me better because I went through that experience. It was not comfortable. And he also got me to a forgiveness level for those that inflicted the pain. But it came from the basis of this. I started to just focus on what love means, how it moves, who it touches, how it's received. And when I started doing this one thing, first of all, I started praying. You know, I started asking for guidance. I started relying on someone other than myself. But I just started focusing on that word. I started acknowledging it with my kids and the people around me and saying, "Hey, do you know what that was?" When somebody just simply opens a door, or my son ties his brother's shoe, I pointed out, "Hey, do you know what that is? Love." Okay? We have enough negativity in this world that that's usually what we're hearing, okay? So I think if you put it in your heart to spread love in the simplest of ways, it could be praying for someone else, a smile. By the way, what I just said about we're all the same, our bank accounts may be different, our situation may be different, but each one of us can do that every day. Very simply, wake up with the choice, I'm going to show love. And does anyone know what a tsunami is? A tsunami is when a huge earthquake happens under the sea and it creates such a tidal wave, 360 degrees. It's not just going one way. When that thing implodes, it creates a circle of a wave that moves to the shore. Creates devastation on the shore if it's a big enough earthquake, right? That's how love moves. That's how love moves. A simple smile. I see it in your eyes, man, and it's irrefutable. And another hard thing for people to do is receive it, you know? Because they got to burn out the impurities. Because God made you in his image, his perfect image. We're sinful. I'm right up there with the best of them. But I'm not a smart man, remember? I can't sit up here and spout the Bible. I've read it, at least the New Testament. But it was a very simple thing. Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. It covers a multitude of sin. Tomorrow morning, you can wake up and change the glasses maybe that you were looking through and spread love. You will always win, okay? I've noticed a few things in my time as well as God's teaching me. And I just talked earlier, you got two levels here. You got the fruits of the Spirit up here, patience, kindness, love. And then you got the non-fruits of the Spirit, anger, control, fear, negativity, okay? The interesting thing is they dovetail on each other. Because I've noticed, particularly in conversations with my wife, when somebody tries to control the conversation, anger comes right after it, raised voices. But whenever I go to her in humility and say, I screwed up, will you forgive me? Love comes right in after it, okay? Just start with one of them. Patience, kindness. I like love because God said, faith, hope, and love, the greatest of these is love. It covers a multitude of sin. I know it's going to happen. I still make bad choices. I'm Forrest Gump sometimes. But I guess what God's trying to tell me to tell you, start with baby steps. If you have a household and you're married and you have kids, start there. If you have an area around here that you reside, start there. And watch the ripple effect. You know, maybe it's kindness of cleaning up your brother's situation over there. Maybe it's getting him a cup of coffee. I tell you, it's as simple as a smile. It's as simple as a smile. I'm so glad he educated me and simplified it, because I can do that every day. I can wake up every day and make a choice. I'm going to love my family. I'm going to love my kids. I'm going to love my pastor. I'm going to love Joel, you know? But the last thing I will tell you, because this has been radical for me. So this is a guy who grew up in a non-praying household. God asked us to do three things. He wants you to pray. He wants you to serve. That's why these people are getting lit up over there. I mean, if you go talk to my friends, this is a big day because they're doing what Christ told them to do. He came here to serve, not to be served. But pray. Just start talking to God and pray. And pray that he opens your heart in that way. The devil's doing some work in here today with these cars. But just start to pray and pray for actionable items. Okay? You'll be amazed at what you find. Because where love is, there is no anger, hate, negativity. And we can all make that choice. Okay? I think that's what he wanted me to tell you guys today. It's a pleasure. This is what I was going to. This is the last thing. This is where it's been radical for me. Where two are together in my name, I'm there. So once I learned that prayer actually works, I found another thing that even makes it better. Is if anyone ever asks you, can I pray for you? Do it. You've done it for me. Where's Jesse? He did it. Pastor Francis, Jesse, you prayed for me. I've seen it work because when two of us are together, you're humbling yourself. Remember what I said, what comes after humility? Love. I encourage you guys just to start talking to God, and it doesn't have to be a perfect phrase. It doesn't have to be, I mean, literally, I talk to him like, hey, bro, what are we going to be doing today, man? Okay, just talk to him. Because he loves you. You know, when you grow up in a perfectionist household where fear, negativity, and all that, I was always worried that I'm doing it wrong. I was worried about the guilt, shame, and all those things that aren't of God either. So, I love this place, man. God shows up here every week. For those of you that serve, for those of you that show up, I pray that you're blessed. And I do pray that you just put that simple word in motion, because it will create waves. You'll be splashing on people. They'll want to be around you. And you'll find out ways to help them, which that's when the real juice starts coming. Okay? So, I love you guys. Make it a blessed Saturday. I love you, Pastor George. I can't wait to see your closet in heaven. But, amen.